Hey, I'm Butted. Mega Evolution, a special transformation in the Pokémon games that lets certain Pokémon temporarily become way stronger during battle. When a Pokémon Mega evolves, it takes on a brand new form, like Mega Charizard, Mega Lucario, or even Mega Dragon. Oh wait, too soon for that one. To unlock this form, the Pokémon needs to hold its unique Mega Stone, while you, the trainer, use the Keystone. Together, they trigger the transformation and let your partner become their ultimate self. But here's the big question. How many Mega Evolutions are there? And how do you actually get them? That's exactly what I'm diving into today. We're heading back to where Mega Evolution began, the Kalos region, in Pokémon X and Y. Let's find out just how easily I can collect every single Mega Pokémon. Before we jump in, I need to lay down some ground rules. We're only counting the Mega Pokémon introduced in Pokémon X and Y. That means any Mega Evolution added in later games don't count toward this challenge. So our final target? 27 Mega Pokémon. But here's the catch. Getting them won't be as easy as it sounds. To officially count a Mega, 3 things need to happen. We need the Pokémon, we need its Mega Stone, and most importantly, we need to actually Mega Evolve it in battle. No battle, no Mega, simple as that. Now that we're on the same page, let's start the challenge! We kick things off in Pokémon X, where I decided to choose Chespin because just a few days ago I actually got a shiny one. Bro, why am I not getting any Chespin? We got it! We got it! We got it! From there, I went through Centilune Forest, beat the first gym, and made my way straight to Lumio City. That's where we'll get our first real Pokémon for this challenge. At this point in the game, Professor Sycamore gives you the option to pick from another set of starters. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. The twist? All 3 get Mega Evolutions, and come with their Mega Stones. So we'll need to circle back and grab them all later anyway. For now, I went with Bulbasaur, since Venusaur seemed like a strong first Mega. I named him Samuel, like Professor Samuel Oak. And yes, that means Chespin gets dumped into the PC forever. In Pokémon Y, I repeat the same steps, but this time I go with Charmander and I call him Augustine, after Augustine Sycamore himself. Yep, that's actually his first name. Now with Bulbasaur holding the Venusaurite and Charmander holding the Charizardite Y, the challenge officially begins. Back in Pokémon X, I decided to head over to Route 4 to hunt down a Ralts. And let me tell you, it took a while. Ralts is only a 5% encounter, making it the rarest Pokémon on the route, aside from Orange and White Flower Flabébé. And of course, I kept running into those instead. Luck clearly wasn't on my side. Nothing new actually. So I had to call in some backup from a higher power. Great Warlord, please! Oh great Malamar, please give me 1 Ralts. Please give it to me. I know you're just giving me this challenge, so I become a better person, but can you please shut that off and give me Ralts? Thank you! Thank you, oh great Lord Malamar! Finally, Ralts was caught, and we could move on to Route 5. That's where I needed to catch an Abra. Along the way, Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur, so at least something was going right. Now, Abra is also a 5% encounter, but compared to Ralts, it actually showed up pretty quickly. The problem? You already know. Please, please no! Please stay! No! And yep, it happened again. Truly deserve it the most. No! Thankfully, 3rd time's the charm. We finally caught Abra and wrapped up day 1 there. Day 2 started and I was more hyped than ever. Even with all the tough encounters, the challenge had been a blast. And I wanted to end the day with at least 1 Mega Evolution to my name. Right at the start, Abra evolved into Kadabra. Don't mind the nickname, just roll with it. We advanced the story a bit and I had to catch a Snorlax. Of course I caught it, because even if it's not a Mega, Snorlax is still the greatest Pokémon ever. Next up, the Connecting Cave, where we caught a Meditite. I nicknamed it Forgettable. No disrespect, but at the time, that's exactly how I felt about it. Spoiler alert, I was wrong. On the next route, we found Absol. And I called him T, because chat wouldn't stop talking about T for some reason. Oh yeah, did I mention? This whole challenge was streamed live on my Twitch channel. I do Pokemon challenges, Minecraft, and all kinds of fun stuff there. So if you wanna see the chaos live, follow me on Twitch. And hey, check out my other channels too, it means a lot. Meanwhile, we're also evolved into Curlia, and we finally reached Umbred Town. Here we had a mission, catch 3 Pokemon and get our next Mega Stone. I hopped on a Rhyhorn and rode straight into Glittering Cave, where the first target was Kangaskhan. Amazingly, it showed up almost instantly. I caught it, named it Bond, and little did I know, it would become one of the biggest assets on my team. Deeper in the cave, we ran into Team Flare for the first time. They didn't last long. After that we hunted down Mawile, which took a bit more time, but we eventually caught it. Then I had to backtrack for Rock Smash, because the third Emerald Town Pokémon requires some grinding. By smashing rocks in Glittering Cave, there's about an 8.5% chance of finding an old Ember. With that, you can revive an Aerodactyl. And sure enough, we got the old Ember. Really tough subject. Don't do it. It's really bad for you.
It's a really no.
Old Ember, let's go!
Woo!
Revived it and boom! Aerodactyl joined the squad. After finishing Emerald Town's story mission, an NPC just hands you Aerodactyl's Megastone. That means we now have 3 Megastones ready to go. From there we rolled into Silage City and challenged the second gym. This is where Bond the Kangaskhan proved just how strong it was. I couldn't wait to finally Mega Evolve it, but that would have to wait. See, there's something I should probably mention. You can only get 9 Megastones before the postgame, so yeah, we still had a long road ahead. On Route 10 we picked up a Houndour and went to Geocench Town, where we met Corina and our Lucarios again. I didn't mention this earlier, but after Lumio City, one of our Lucarios really took a liking to us. I wonder if that means anything. Anyway, back in the present, we fought Corina, beat both our Lucarios, and she told us to meet her at our gym in the next city. To get there, we had to cross Reflection Cave. Nothing major happened, though Ivysaur evolved into Venusaur and Houndour evolved into Houndoom. We also stumbled upon what looked like a spot where a Megastone should be. Maybe? Once we arrived at Shalor City, I decided to grab 2 more Pokémon on Route 12. I caught Pinsir on the first encounter, and then struggled way too long to catch a Mareep. Now I'm using Intimidate on everyone, and it will take some time. Static? Mother... Okay, 1 down, finally. Samuel, please. They can't even affect me anymore. Thank you. And I have the name for this Mareep. Stubborn. Next up was the Tower of Mastery, where the history of Mega Evolution is revealed. Inside Gherkin, Corina's grandfather and the Mega Evolution Guru explains how Mega Evolution works. Don't worry buddy, I did that at the start of the video. And told us that he would entrust a Mega Ring with a keystone to one of us. But to get it, I had to battle my rival for the right to Mega Evolve. This was hyped up as the most important battle so far, but honestly, we just swept their team. And in the process, Mareep evolved into Fluffy. After that it was time to challenge Corina in her gym. During a battle, Curly evolved into Gardevoir, and after that we defeated Corina once again. Back at the Tower of Mastery, Corina gave me the Mega Ring, and one of her Lucarios decided to join me. That led to the big moment, Lucario versus Lucario. Let's go! Finally Mega Lucario! Let's go! We finally pulled off our first Mega Evolution. The challenge had officially leveled up. From there, things snowballed. I immediately Mega Evolved Venusaur and Aerodactyl, adding 2 more to the count. Only 24 left to go. After leaving Shalor City, we returned to Route 12 and made our way to Azure Bay, where we found an old man that recognized our Mega Ring and gave us Ampharos Megastone. With that, we pressed on to Komorin City, battled our rival again, and won our 4th gym badge. Before ending the stream, I wanted to add Mega Ampharos to the list. I trained Fluffy until it evolved into Ampharos, Mega Evolved it, and locked in another one. Oh, and we also caught a Gible along the way. Off stream, I made some progress in Pokemon Y. Charmander evolved into Charmeleon, and I caught an Electrike. Before the second gym, I traded over Meditite and Kadabra from Axe. Kadabra instantly evolved into Alakazam, and thanks to the trade, my Y-Run picked up speed. At the second gym, Meditite absolutely destroyed the competition. Yes, I was underestimating it earlier. Let's ignore the level advantage. Meditite's actually solid. Soon after, Meditite evolved into Medicham, and the Electrike evolved into Manectric. Once we reached Shalor City in Y, I caught Heracross, got the Mega Ring, and finally evolved Charmeleon into Charizard. With its Charizardite Y, we claimed our next Mega Evolution, Mega Charizard Y. That wrapped up day 2 with a total of 5 Mega Pokemon in the books. Day 3 kicked off a little differently. I started by reacting to the Nintendo Direct, and let's just say, there were some wild reveals. Oh! Oh! Show it! Show it! Holy Black Greninja! Holy Mega Raichu!
Mega Raichu
X and Y! It looks like Gorochu, what the Mega Dimension, what the is this? After all that chaos, I was kinda overwhelmed, but I still wanted to make some progress on the challenge. We picked up right where we left off. I stopped Team Flare and restored the power to Lumio City. Yeah, apparently this giant city went days without electricity, and nobody seemed too concerned. During all that, Gible evolved into Gabite. From there, I cleared the 5th gym, then headed straight to Route 14, where I caught a Haunter. After trading it, it evolved into Gengar, and the best part, its Megastone was literally right around the corner. Once I reached Lover City, an ex-maniac gave me the Gengarite after I showed her my newly evolved Gengar. And just like that, we had Mega Gengar added to the list. We wrapped up day 3 by defeating the 6th gym and getting ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Day 4 kicked off with Team Flare doing their usual nonsense. This time, they wanted Pokeballs, but instead of just buying them like normal people, they decided to invade the Pokeball factory. We took care of that quickly and kept moving. Not long after, I picked up the Super Rod and headed back to Route 3 to fish up a Gyarados. One quick ball later and boom, another Pokemon for the team. Next stop was Dandemil Town, which meant heading north to the Frost Cavern to check out what was going on there. At the end of the cave, surprise surprise, it was Team Flare again. This time they were after Abomasnow. I mean, I needed one too, so I couldn't be too mad about it. Still, we wiped them out. And as a thanks, Abomasnow gifted us the Abomazite. Obviously, I wanted an Abomasnow of my own right away. So in the next route, I hopped on Mamoswine, found a Snover, evolved it into a Abomasnow and named it Big Tree. Yes, I know, I'm incredible at nicknaming. Once I gave Big Tree his Megastone, we unlocked Mega Abomasnow, bringing our total up to 7 Mega Pokemon. Before pushing further, I remembered something important at the Pokeball factory. I ran back and picked up the Metal Coat. Trust me, we'll need it later. Before we could continue the challenge, I had to do a ton of story progression. Here's a quick rundown. Defeated my rival again, earned the 7 Gym badge, learned that Lysander wanted to basically isekai the entire world. Wait, what? Stopped him in Lumiose, learned the story from 3000 years ago from a giant dude, had to basically gamble on every life in the region, stopped Lysander again in Geosenge, found out Xerneas was inside a giant doomsday weapon so we caught it. Imagine I throw a quick ball and it just works. What? What? Finally, we beat Lysander for the 3rd time, saved Kalos, and were free to continue. On Route 18, I caught Lyron, and instantly evolved it into Aggron. After pushing through even more story, we finally reached Snowbell City and the Pokemon Village, where we had 2 missions. First, catch a Banette. The problem, Banette only spawns in the trash cans here, and only on Thursdays, so yeah, we did a little bit of time traveling to make that happen. Second, catch Ditto. Now, Ditto can't Mega Evolve, but it's essential, because one of our Mega Pokemon actually has 2 different Mega Evolutions. You know what that means? Egg time. Off stream, in Pokemon Y, I bred Charizard with Ditto, and from that egg came a new Charmander. I named her Hamiltonette. Why?
Oh, I like that. I'll call him Hamilton.
Back in Y, I kept grinding. I traded over Gabite for Max to speed things up. Soon enough, Hamiltonette evolved into Charizard, Gabite evolved into Garchomp, and after catching a Pupitar and catching up to where we were in X, I wrapped up the day there. Day 5 began with one goal in mind. Finish the main story, but before that, there was one more Mega Evolution I had to secure. In Lumio City there's a shop called the Stone Emporium, where you can buy the Megastones for the Kanto starters you didn't choose. So I transferred Hamiltonette into X, and went to grab the Charizardite X, but... What? Yeah, that's a big no-no. See, Pokemon X and Y has this thing called the style mechanic. Basically, it's an hidden meter that increases when you do random activities around Lumio City. Raise your style and you'll get all kinds of perks. Access to new places, unlocking items, services, discounts on items, and in this case, lower prices at the Stone Emporium. So you know what that meant. Time to grind. I did everything. Bought random items I didn't need, rode the taxis way too many times, cleaned the hotel, sat through a fancy dinner, which wasn't half bad, even caught a Furfro and gave it a haircut. Finally, after nearly an hour of chores, the price dropped. I bought the Charizardite X and Mega Evolved Hamiltonette into Mega Charizard X. We went back to Snowbell City and proceeded to the next route, where I caught a Scyther. Gave it the metal coat from earlier, traded it, and evolved it into Caesar. That would be the last new Pokémon we caught before finishing the story. Now it was time to focus. I defeated Wolfric, claimed the final badge, and marched through Victory Road. From there, I took down the Elite Four one by one, and finally stood face to face with Diantha, the champion. With a full team of Mega Pokémon, the battle was ours. We claimed victory and became the new champion of Kalos. But of course, it wasn't over. After the credits, a familiar tall guy appeared. We'd seen him earlier, but this time he challenged me to a battle. I defeated him. He reunited with his literally impossible to get Floette. I'm sorry, I'm a collector. They could have distributed this. Let's just proceed. And just like that, the main story was complete. But the challenge? Oh no, we were far from done. Off-stream, I also finished Pokémon Y, and now it was finally time to start hunting down the rest of the Megas. Before stream, I grabbed the Squirtle from a third copy of the game, with its Megastone, grinded it up to our Turtle, and then picked up Gardevoir's Megastone from Diantha, who just hands you one along with the Rolts. But I already had Rolts, so thanks but no thanks. And with that, we had Mega Gardevoir. After that, Professor Sycamore met me at the Lumio station and handed me a train ticket to Keylode City. There, I checked out the battle mention, whatever. But the real event was waiting up north, our final rival battle. It was supposed to be the climax of our journey together, the ultimate showdown, the most important battle of our lives. I won easily again. Still, it was worth it, because beating her gave us the Absolites. And with that, Mega Absol. That made 10 Megas total, but we weren't stopping there. Serena pointed us toward Anistar City to meet Professor Sycamore, where the Sundial upgraded our Mega Ring, unlocking the ability to find hidden Mega Stones across Kalos. But they only show up between 8 PM and 9 PM, so yeah, more time traveling. Before setting off, my War Turtle evolved into Blastoise and instantly became Mega Blastoise. Now the hunt began. Mawilite in Shamano Castle, Kangaskhanite in Glittering Cave, Gyarados in Coryway Town, Scissorite in Frost Cavern, Banetite in the Chamber of Emptiness, Alakazite in Reflection Cave, exactly where I predicted it, I'm a genius, and Medichamite in Lover City. Then I jumped back into Pokémon Y to progress the story, just enough to upgrade the Mega Ring. And now I could finally start hunting down the exclusive Megastones. Oh, did I not tell you about those yet? Yeah, buckle up, this gets messy. So here's how it works. Some Megas are locked behind version exclusives. That's fine, pretty standard Pokemon stuff. But the stones? Oh no. Game Freak didn't make this simple. First up, in Sandalwood Forest, you can find either the Pinsirite or the Arachronite. Makes sense so far, right? Now here's where it starts getting weird. On Route 16, you can find the Manectite and the Hounduminite. The problem, the Pokemon and the stones are reversed. In Pokemon X, you can catch Houndoom, but the stone you get there is Manectite. In Pokemon Y, you can catch Manectric, but the stone you get is Hounduminite. So basically, you always get the stone for the Pokemon you can catch in your game. Thanks, Game Freak. And it doesn't stop there. The exact same thing happens with Tyranitar and Aggron. Their Megastones are both hidden in the Silage Gym. But once again, they're flipped. The stones are practically trolling you. To fix this, I just traded the exclusives between games and left almost everything on X. Except Garchomp, who had all my A-Gems, so I couldn't trade him, unfortunately. Speaking of Garchomp, we grabbed this stone on Victory Road. And with that, we had them all. Now it was time to Mega Evolve like crazy. Mega Mawile, Mega Medicham, Mega Alakazam, Mega Pinsir, Mega Manectric, Mega Gyarados. Wait, we still hadn't evolved Pupitar. Okay, now we can continue. Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Banette, Mega Scizor, Mega Heracross, Mega Aggron, Mega Garchomp, and finally, Mega Houndoom. At this point, it looked like we were done, but we weren't. 2 Megas were still missing, but it's actually only one Pokemon, because just like Charizard, this Pokemon has 2 Mega Evolutions, and not just any Pokemon. It was the very first Mega ever revealed. Mewtwo. We found it deep in the unknown dungeon, radiating menace, looking like it would take dozens of Ultra Balls to catch. Yeah, no, I threw a Master Ball in both games, easy. And just like that, we unlocked Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. Finally, we have all Mega Evolutions available in Pokémon X and Y. Or do we? Because since the start of this video, you might have been wondering, what about Blaziken? Back in 2013, a Torchic holding Blazikenite was given out as a mystery gift. I originally wasn't counting it, since you can't get it anymore, but there is a way. If I trade Blaziken and the Blazikenite from a later game, it's technically legal in X and Y, and if I'm doing that, then I can't ignore Latios and Latias. They were coded into X and Y, but never officially released. They can still be traded in though, so you know what that means. It's time to start Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. 3 more Megas to go. Day 7. We finally booted up Pokémon Alpha Sapphire. And I was hyped. Owen is actually my favorite region, so coming back here felt amazing. We started off by picking Torchic as our starter. And named it Barcelos, after the rooster of Barcelos, a symbol from my home country Portugal. From there, I blasted through the early story, evolved Torchic into Kabuskan, and decided to wrap things up early. The plan was simple, focus on finishing Pokémon Omega Ruby quickly so we could finally conclude this challenge once and for all. We started the final day by catching both Latias and Latios. They came with their Megastones. And after pushing further into the story, we finally secured the Blazikenite. All that was left was for Combusken to evolve. I transferred everything back into Pokémon X, Mega evolved both Latias and Latios. And then started the final grind. Running up and down Victory Road, I couldn't help but think about everything that happened during this challenge. Kalos has never been my favorite region, and X and Y aren't even in my top Pokémon games. But finishing both these versions at the same time, chasing every single Mega, gave me a whole new perspective. The lore, the wild hunts for hidden stones, catching Xerneas with just a quick ball. So many moments that I'll remember with way more fondness than I expected. And now, after 8 days, more than 48 hours of gameplay, 4 games played, and 29 Megas acquired, only one remains. It's almost poetic. The very first Pokémon ever given with a Megastone back in 2013 is also the very last one I needed to finish this quest. Could I have done this faster? Sure. Could I have been a better player? Maybe. But honestly, I had so much fun rediscovering Kalos before we all revisited in Pokémon Legends ZA. So, to the real question, how easily can you get every Mega Evolution in Pokémon X and Y? The answer, it's not easy at all, but it's one hell of a ride. And now, this guy is the last Mega we need to complete our challenge. And with this, the challenge is done. Finally, after 8 streams, we're finally here. The challenge is done. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. This challenge was actually part of the Zygarde campaign, a project I put together to celebrate the release of Pokémon Legends ZA and bring the community together. This was only phase 1, so what's next? We're heading to the Crown Tundra in Galar to face Zygarde itself, and we're starting the hunt for a shiny Zygarde. If you want to be part of it, make sure to join me live at twitch.tv/theparede. And don't forget, on October 16th, when Pokémon Legends ZA launches, I'll be doing a 150-hour marathon stream with Eternity TV called Lumiose 150. It's going to be absolutely insane, so don't miss it. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.